Awesome.
And we're recording and we're recording right now.
Got it.
All right, so my dad couldn't make it for this one. He had other things going on. I guess he just started exercising, which makes no sense. I've never seen him do that before, but
Yeah, that's interesting.
you gotta do that now. And his friend Mark is in town, but I brought someone in for a little bit. We got Will Warren, high school athlete on the golf team.
Yes, sir.
Made to districts.
Didn't show up for
Was it a
districts. Remember that part?
five-time competitor in there.
Yeah.
And I believe he's on the PGA side, and good for him, sticking to his guns there the whole time. We've had some good talks about that. So what's been going on in your golf game, Will?
Not much, Brock. I started this new job and haven't had much time to get out. Actually, I did go and visit some family in Pennsylvania this past weekend and was able to play. I used my uncle's set of clubs, basically rentals. I was using his irons, which are from like 2000, like not quite Hickory era, but beat the shit. And I went out there and shot a incredible 74.
Can't be mad about that.
I don't know what happened. I think I hit every green in regulation and just about every fairway. It was disgusting. Never played such consistent golf with a set of rentals and haven't shot a 74 in months. So
was there some elevation there?
Absolutely, yeah. It's in this, it's called Castle Hills Golf Club. It's 10 minutes outside of little shithole Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Very hilly. There's the 11th hole is like a 95-yard par 3, straight up a hill. It's like you walk up 10 flights of stairs. You have to hit a wedge and you have to hit it high. So it's like my biggest nightmare, hitting the ball high.
Oh, dude, imagine a little skull fuck there.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, you could like pull out your 4-iron or you could pull out your stand wedge. It's a beautiful design.
Yeah, I had one of those at Heidelman the other day. We played
Really?
yesterday, and man, dude, I can't putt right now. I'm getting in the fairway, getting on the greens. But I'm an auto 3-putt until towards the end of the round. I switched something up and I started making some putts. But
yeah,
man, dude, old Aiden Berry shot a 105 out there yesterday.
Oh, well, because he texted me he shot 100. That's convenient. He left out the 105 part.
I mean, you got to, right? You got to, right? Yeah.
I mean, I guess you include his breakfast ball, his lunch ball, and his mullet.
Yeah, well,
wow.
Yeah, me and Nate didn't do any better, really. We shot a 95, but
that's better. That's 10 strokes better.
Yeah,
that's five lost golf balls better than Aiden.
Dude, it was a tough course. It wasn't a tough course. It was just like, I don't know, man. Just couldn't get ball in the hole, it seemed like. But
sometimes it plays tough. I understand. I've had some good rounds out there, and then I've had rounds where I play solid in the beginning and then just get totally shit on by the back nine. And I'm usually a back nine player, so it's like I don't understand where the breakdown is. But we need to get you three in form for Seminole.
For Seminole, yeah, dude. When I get my putting back, because I shot 2 consecutive 84s out there at Highland, one with 39 in the back. I don't even know how I even did that. I can't get even close. I can't even imagine getting a par at this point right now.
Yeah.
But
now
it happened. I think my putting was going on.
Yeah. Now, have you played Seminole yet? Remind me.
I haven't, man. I'm excited though. Okay, so I'm excited.
So a 95 at Hilleman will translate to about a 115 at Seminole.
Yeah, no. So I can't let that happen out there. Yeah, I've already looked at the scorecard and it looks not pretty out there. It looks not.
The scorecard is the friendly part of that course. I can promise you. Just about every green rolls off. Tee shot.
No. Hello? Hold on, Will.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. We're good. Just lost you for a second right there. What were you saying about the course?
I was saying, 95's turned into a 115 there, and every green rolls off. Putts are hard to reach. Short game is crucial. And for unless you're spraying it really far off the tee, you're pretty fine. But if you do spray it, you're in the 3 feet tall fescue, and you're adding at least 2 shots on every hole to get in the fescue.
So I mean, you probably take some yards off your shots too, right? Like you probably bring down like a 3-wood off some
Oh,
tee, just so you don't spray it out there.
I find exactly. Yeah, I find myself playing very conservative. Actually, the last couple rounds I played out there, I only hit driver 8 from like 2 tees up. So, or 67 from 2 tees up. Correct me
Yeah,
if I'm
so
wrong on
I
that, but
saw that
like,
yard.
it'd be like it'd be like 2 long irons in for me, like a 4 iron off the tee and like a 5 or 6 iron into a par 4. Like that's pretty big. And then like you got to be dialed with the long irons, or you got to be cranking driver and getting real lucky with like a 7 or 8.
Have you ever played the tips? Because I've seen they're like 7,800 yards. That's
I
kind of
have.
unreal.
I played them once, and I wish I'd have kept my scorecard. I played them by myself actually, and I only played the front 9. I went and walked one night. Pretty sure I shot a 39, but I got a lot of lucky breaks, and the pins were set up pretty generously. But when it's greenkeeper's revenge out there, like you're fucked. Some of those pins are so tight, or they're so cut on a slope that's like you'll get railed
Yeah.
sideways on everything. It doesn't matter where you leave it.
Yeah, up until about a few weeks ago, I thought Heilman was a real course until I brought my buddy from work who played D1 golf at Valdosta State. And he's a plus handicap, and we get out there and he reaches every par 4.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well this isn't what I thought it was here, because when people say they hit the ball 300 yards, like they're bullshitting you until you actually see someone do that and they rip it 330, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what that is. Like, that ball is 500 feet in the air on its own. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. The total misconception of distance is hilarious. The more you play and the more people you play with.
Yep.
Like you said right at the end there, the really good players that are actually hitting it 310, 320 hit it so fucking high.
So high.
It's insane. Like I can go out there and comfortably bunt like a driver like 280 consistently. I give it a good swing.
But that's good for most courses, by the way. That's fine unless you're playing from the tips at a PGA course.
Right. And I don't play tips often unless it's a course I'm gaming, quite often. Just because I don't like that. It's not that I don't like the challenge; it's that I like the score, and it's just I'd rather have a driver wedge or a driver short iron into like a 400-yard par 4.
Yeah.
Than be going driver hybrid on a par 4 scrambling for par 6 times around. It's like, but I'm not good enough for that, and I'm a weekend warrior now, so it's like that's not my source of fun.
Saw your friend Hunter last couple of days. Saw him at my work. I work at the chairs. He came in. I was like, I recognize you, and he's a nice dude, man.
Dude, he's so friendly. Yeah.
I told him me and Nate are coming. We're coming along. We're gonna play with y'all. No, he's a nice dude.
He was excited.
Yeah, dude. He was like, "Don't be a stranger, man." I was like, "All right, dude." When I get that thing in September, I mean, we can walk it just about every day.
No, he's one of the nicest and most wholesome people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, no,
he's pretty damn good golfer. He gives me a run for my money or beats me.
He looks like he's a scratch golfer the way he dresses. I'm like, man,
oh my god, what a dapper young man.
I know. How about that guy?
I love him.
Have you seen anything about the PGA talking points that were given to Tiger, or that was supposedly given to Tiger at all?
I haven't. I saw something the other day where he was like not aware of the merge. Maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
So there was this draft that was like talking points that was supposed to be given to Tiger. Tiger said he didn't get it, but it was about when the Travelers meeting was supposed to go.
So that's what it was. Okay.
And he was supposed to ask everybody to leave, and he was like, "Guys, like I know this isn't how it's supposed to go, but Monahan, he's our leader in this. He's our captain. We have to get behind him. And he was like, no.
Yeah,
It just, you know what I mean? It's like that. That's unfortunate to come out. But
yeah,
Monahan really did sell out his guys, especially Rory. I mean, Rory, for what it is, he was fighting for that tour, taking
oh,
bullets from
absolutely. He
Monahan.
totally got the short end of the stick on the sellout Monahan. I don't know if you've thought about this, and this just popped up in my head. What do you think Tiger would have done when let's say he had, 30 wins on tour, prime years of his life? You think he would have shipped out to live? You think he would
I
have
don't think
sold
they
it
would
all
have needed to
for
live,
for a
because
billion dollars?
I don't think they would have needed live because I think the Saudis they wanted their whole game plan was to do exactly what just happened. They wanted their foot in the door in a legitimate sports business like this, and they got
Right.
it because they already have it in soccer and they were going for it. They own like all the biggest teams in Europe, and then they just
Yeah.
got it here with golf. But I don't think that was needed back then because golf was so big when Tiger came along. Yeah, Phil was fun, but then when Tiger came right after him, like that
Yeah.
brought everything on the map because nobody does what he does. You know what I mean? I
Right.
mean, he was the
Right.
best at everything. I mean, you have Scotty Scheffler. He's first in all categories except he's 120th in putting. If he could putt, he'd be as good as Tiger. It's crazy.
I know his
It's so
strokes
sad.
gained on the rest of the field is ridiculous. It
It's
was something
absurd.
like he's like 40 something strokes better than the rest of the field in like the last year. It's something stupid like that. And it's
I
just like,
can't
oh
remember
my
the last time
god,
I haven't seen him in the fairway. I mean, it's just
oh my
I feel
no,
like I
it,
feel like every time
his
I watch, he's hitting bombs out of the fairway.
his iron game is just unreal. Long irons, he's lethal. He's like Morikawa, but more consistent and like off the tee so much better. Yeah, he's been fun to watch. I was not a fan of Scotty for a while. I would not
No,
pledge my
no,
allegiance
you're
to that
not.
man. Not that I sold out, but I was like, I don't remember where it was. I think it was actually the Masters when we were watching it, and he won. I was like, holy shit, this guy's good. Like, I just have to respect the raw talent. I was like, wasn't a
Oh, and he
fan. He's
five
beat
putted
the
on
guy.
that green and still won by 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Got 6 putt on the last hole or whatever he did.
Yeah.
Did he? Um, but no, I was not a fan. I don't know what clicked, but I was like, dang, this guy's good at golf.
Dude, I mean, he's just the man. You know what I mean? Like some guys, they just got it. He's a cool dude, and he
Right.
gets the
Seems like
shit
a
out of
nice
the
guy.
ball, and his foot's flying everywhere. And
Yeah.
it's
Oh
like,
my god. I don't know
dude,
how he doesn't tear his ACL every time he swings.
no, I know it's incredible, but
It's fun to watch. Yeah. One of those guys that now it's like I appreciate him for what he is.
yeah,
Like
I just wish he could
this
putt
guy
the ball, but
this guy can play. Speaking of guys that can play, I loved Ricky's performance this past
wow,
weekend.
he's been knocking on the door though, hasn't he?
Oh my gosh.
He was gonna get one. He was gonna get one.
Yeah. It hurt to watch the collapse the other week.
I
Or
mean, but didn't
semi
you see that
collapse, I
one
guess.
coming though?
No,
It's just,
it's like Rory at a major. It's just the
yeah,
collapse is down there.
yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, no, that
Ricky, when he made that birdie on 18, had to have it. Didn't have a birdie for like 11, 12 holes. Sticks it to 4 feet,
yeah,
makes it. There's no way he was losing
yeah.
in the playoff ever, ever.
I did see, and I wasn't able to watch that tournament live, mainly because the coverage was so terrible.
Oh,
But
so bad.
I saw something where he got like standing water relief on that playoff hole. Is that right? Where he got
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like a
So,
better lie, and people were like, "No,
yep.
I'll play where it lies." And it's like, well, it's been raining. You can't just leave the ball in the water.
What would help though was that how at the Valspar where you got it where all the fans are, it pushes down the rough.
Right? Yeah.
So he flared it so far right, but it was where all the fans were standing. So he was basically had his ball teed up from like 165 out, looking like great.
Yeah.
All you do is run it up there.
Right. Yeah. He got some
And
good spin out of that.
yeah, and so
Um,
he just threw it up there.
yeah. No.
Morikawa would have had a 4-foot birdie putt, but he missed it by about
Oh, a yard.
2
Yeah. I
feet.
just watched
Yeah,
the highlights last night. That was brutal. And seeing the other guy in the playoff. I can't remember his name now, but seeing him, it just that ball ripped back, thought he threw a dart, and then Morikawa saw it, was like, okay, I need to throw this past the fence.
How can I
Threw
not
it.
remember his name? God, what's going on right now? It was
I don't know.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't
But
remember.
whatever,
But
he lost.
yeah,
Who cares? Ricky.
that's exactly right. The guy that should have won, so
Yeah.
it's only fair.
No, I mean, yeah, and I'm excited to see Ricky go from here. I think it's going to be interesting to see how, because I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens from here on out with Live and PGA, because they're going to merge. It's going to happen. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Didn't they say something like January next year, or was
Yeah,
it
yeah,
sooner
yeah. I
than
believe
that?
so. It's going to be super interesting. What do you think about Taylor Gooch? He's now
What about?
he's now the greatest Live player of all time. He's
Yeah,
got,
does he have
he's
three
got
wins,
he's
four
got
wins?
3 wins
He have?
out of
Three
5
wins.
events he's played.
I know that's pretty nuts.
Well, they
Who
snubbed
would
him
have
out of the
thought?
U.S. Open, but he may get a Ryder Cup. But I don't know. That's up to Zach Johnson, but
Right. Uh, I don't know enough about Taylor Gooch to be a fan. Um, I don't love his last name, honestly. I don't think he loves it either.
no,
It's like Adam Shank. Like I just wouldn't
yeah, that's not a
wouldn't
great. No, that's not
wouldn't
good at
want that
all.
name or the first name Dick. You know, I don't
Dick
I don't love it.
Nixon.
Not,
Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly
British
right.
Open coming up soon.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see Rory finally win that one again.
He needs it. He needs it. The
It'd
RNA
be
is praying
it'd be
for it,
good.
but
What if Cam goes back to back?
he just needs to get playing a little freaking better. You know what I mean? I mean, he's just finishing top 10 and Live, but he just hasn't looked super dominant though.
Right.
His putting's there, but
Uh,
let's see if it
yeah.
everything else.
I
Sergio
don't know. I
Garcia
mean,
didn't qualify for the first
I
time since
saw that.
1997. No,
Yeah, it was like 30 years or something stupid.
yep, no Sergio Garcia. I mean, he's
Yeah. I
washed
mean,
anyways, but
yeah. I was gonna say, does anybody actually like Sergio? He's just like a shit talker who
no,
plays
everybody
well
hated him when he was like
in the
younger.
European.
Yeah, when he
Right.
was younger, he was like such a hothead. Nobody liked him anyways. But
Yeah. Never been a huge Sergio fan either, but I
I gotta
digress.
see what percent that phone is at. Okay, it's at 3%. We'll just run it for a little bit. You got anything else going on with you, Will?
Not too much.
You
Oh,
bring it
did you
all
see
back
the
home?
comment between Brooks and Matthew Wolf today? How Matthew Wolf or Brooks is like, I'm not even playing your attitude. He's like, I've lost
Well,
all hope. Oh
Matthew
shit,
Wolf
man.
has been a joke since he came in because remember it was him and Victor Hovland, and Wolf just
Right.
fell off.
Both had a
Wolf was actually ranked higher than Hovland, if you remember
yeah,
when he
that
came
didn't
in.
last very long.
But I
Well,
guess Wolf
Matthew Wolf,
isn't.
he only ever had traction because of his funny swing. That's the only reason he was ever relevant.
Number one at Okie State.
And then
Yeah.
he won one, didn't he?
Yeah. 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 No. I mean, he won some small one, I think, like the Barracuda or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Events that shouldn't even be on the tour. Exactly.
you know where I want to play at for some reason. If it's in good shape, I want to play in Landsbrook. If it's ever in good shape, I want to do it because it's actually a tough course. Greens are
My
big
dad
and fast.
plays there 3 times a week. You know,
No, that's a
he
fun course when it's in good shape, but there's just no drainage on that back nine. It's
no,
tough to
none.
play on during rainy season.
I would think like
It's a mud
right
bowl.
around now. There hasn't been much rain here. I
Yeah,
would
that's
think
what I
now
heard.
would probably be like a good time to play it. I played
Yeah,
it a couple weeks ago, and the greens weren't terrible actually. And the tee boxes weren't that bad. All things considered for Lansbrook. But no, it's a fun track. It's got some challenging holes and tee shots.
that first tee shot's a pretty damn daunting tee shot for your first hole. I mean, you got to
I
keep
know,
that thing straight.
straight or if
If you
you
flare it
if you
out, you
play
got 200
close.
yards in, or you're in the water.
Yeah, I'd rather have 200 out. I don't know about you. I've had that shot a lot.
I remember
I usually
one time I was playing in a tournament there, and I popped my ball about 20 yards, and then I hit my ball out to about 220, and then somehow I snuck my 5 wood through some trees, put like 5 feet out in the green, made it for
Big
par.
part. Oh my gosh, what a
Still shot a 111 that day, but hey.
oh, yeah, that hurt. That certainly hurt.
Yeah, but it was fun time though. It was so hot out there. Well, all right, Will. I
God,
appreciate you subbing in today, man. That was fun. That was a good time. All right.
absolutely. I was more than happy to do it. If you ever want to, talk about how the PGA is better than live, I'm your man.
Hey. Well, we'll find out. But right now,
It'll be kumbaya in 6 months. We'll be on the same team again. We might have a little civil war, but
well,
that's that.
well. I mean, as long as the Saudis don't bonesaw Monahan, I think we'll be fine. But
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
needs to be
totally.
put on a stake.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Absolutely. You too, Brock. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
See ya.
Yeah.